Guys, coming from a Windows PC to a Mac can be a bit challenging because obviously things are a bit different. But today I will give you some tips and tricks that will help you and make your life a lot more easier. First, let me tell you, the concept of cut and paste does not exist in Mac. So if you try Command X and try to cut and paste the file somewhere else, it's not going to work. But I will show you how to do that. So let's say I have this folder and I want to move this picture on the desktop. I can click on this picture with two fingers. I can click on it again. I can copy it and then simply paste it. Copy and paste are the same. Command plus V and Command plus C. For the most part, Command is your control key, but not always. So the workaround for this is just press Command plus C, which will copy it. But if I go to desktop and press Command plus V, it's simply going to paste. It's going to make another copy of it. But if you press Option plus Command plus V, it's going to move the file. So here you can see the file has actually moved over here. So here you can see, guys, I have my Notes app, and if I want to close it, I'll simply go to the red dot, click on the cross. But here you can see at the bottom, Notes is actually still open. So I'll try it again. The red cross does not work. Actually, you have to go and quit the app every time in Mac. This is an added step. For that, you can just go to the application with your two fingers, click on the touchpad and then hit quit. Alternatively, if you want a keyboard shortcut, you can just press Command plus Q and the application is closed. You can see that on the dock as well. And this happens with every app. So even if I open Safari, for example, it's going to do the same thing. Here you can see even if I have closed it, it is still there. So I can just press Command plus Q and it's gone. In Mac, there is no backspace. Instead, there is a delete key. This delete key is going to act like your backspace. So here you can see. So if I press the delete key, it is actually going to work as a backspace. But the delete key isn't going to simply delete files for us. So if I create a new folder over here, so here you can see I have a new folder. But if I want to delete it, if I just select the folder and press delete, it does not work like it does on Windows with the backspace. You actually have to press Command plus delete to delete it. If you want to permanently delete it, which is going to be your substitute for Control Shift and Delete, which is going to permanently delete it. In this case, you have to select the file, press Command Shift and Delete, and here again you will get a prompt saying do you want to confirm, and if I press empty trashing, so here you can see I have the folder over here. To delete it permanently like you do on Windows, in Windows you just press Shift plus backspace and it's going to permanently delete it. But in Mac, you have to have an extra step or a similar step, I would say, which is going to be Option, Command and Delete. So here you can see we have a prompt, click on delete and it's gone. Then let's go to Finder. So in Finder, the one thing you are very used to seeing is a file path bar, which at the top is not available, neither is it available in the bottom or anywhere on the screen. To make it available, you go to View and Show Path Bar. And here you can see we have the path bar. But if I try to copy it or just click on it, it does not work. If I try to edit it, it's not going to work again. But if you want to go to a folder manually, you have to press Command Shift and G. And here you can see we have a path bar. So I can just, for example, go to cache. And here you can see I have all the cache. So you actually have to go and manually input the files or even really find the path bar itself, which is a bit annoying on Mac. By default, you will not find a right click on Mac, especially on the trackpad. So for that, you want to go to Settings. In Settings, you want to scroll down from the sidebar to Trackpad. And here you can see we have secondary click, which in this case, I have set it to click or tap with two fingers. So secondary click is actually going to come out with click or tap with two fingers, or you can just have it to your bottom right corner or your bottom left corner, whichever is comfortable for you. Alternatively, you can also access the secondary click with two fingers. So you just take two fingers and click on the item to find a secondary menu. Installing and uninstalling apps are very simple on Mac. So if you download a DMG file, which is going to be your equivalent of your exe file for Mac. So if you download it and you hit run, it's going to actually bring up a window. In the window, you just have to drag the application to the application folder and the application will get installed. And yes, you don't have to go and install drivers like you do on Windows. If I go to settings, here you cannot see any driver options. So if I go and type in drivers, it's mostly for printers and scanners, but by default it will automatically download and install a driver for whatever device is needed on your Mac. So that is very handy as well. So guys, if you found this video helpful, do drop a like, share and subscribe.